Hello there, Dana here with another trade recap on SPY. This trade recap demonstrates the 3-week combined candle bearish engulfing strategy. Again, this is a bearish engulfing strategy and we are using a combined 3-week. Let me show you. On your screen, you see SPY on the week time frame. You know what that means. Each candlestick represents 1 week of price data. Our signal is the combination of 3 week candles, the weeks of December 2nd, December 9th, and December 16th. They combine to create a bearish engulfing candle. You know what that means. That means the closing price of those 3 weeks was lower than the open price. If it's easier to see, you can combine the candles yourself to draw one candle. Also, you know that this is bearish and you know this is engulfing because the high price is higher than the high of the 3 candles to the immediate left, and the low of our combined bearish engulfing candle is lower than the 3 candles to the immediate left. So we have our signal for a potential trade opportunity. As you know from our previous videos, a bearish engulfing candle suggests further price movement to the downside. So that is the trade we were looking for. So, in addition to the signal, we can identify the confirmation, and that is if price opened on the following week between 50% of our signal and the low of our signal. That space gives us the room for a potential trade. And then we have our two targets, the first being 580.91, which is the low of our signal, and the second target being the difference between the low of our signal, the low of the candles to the immediate left, and subtracting that difference from the low of our signal. That gives us the potential added range to the downside. So let's see how this trade unfolded for us. The next week of December the 23rd, we received our confirmation. You see where price opened in that range that I talked about between confirmation and our first target. So according to my rules, I look to enter the trade. The January 7th expiration 585 put was selling at approximately $404 per contract. Let's keep going to see how the trade unfolded. The very next week, the week of December 30th, we reached our first target faster than I thought, actually. But according to my strategy, it's time to start exiting some of the positions. So this same contract, the 585 put that expired on January 7th, was selling at approximately $725 per contract. You can do that math. That is an increase of about $321 per contract. But we are not at target two. So what did I do? I kept watching the trade. So the week of January 6th, we see a bit of a gap up, but we gapped up to a resistance level. That yellow line, that is a quarter resistance level. So I re-entered this trade. And the reason I did, under my rules that I've researched and back tested, because we're not at target, there's still a trade here. So I bought more time. So getting the January 7th contract again wouldn't make any sense. I wouldn't have enough time to see the trade unfold. So I purchased more time. This time is the January 16th expiration, still a 585 put. If these contracts were selling at approximately $427 per contract. Let's see how we did the next week. The week of January 13th, you see we reached our second target of $577.96. The January 16th expiration was then selling at about $900 per contract. So if you combine all of these trades, you can do that math. You have almost a 95% return on investment before taxes and fees, or in other words, you're up about $794 per position. What do I mean per position? If you only did one contract for each of these, you're up $794. If you did 10 contracts, you're up over $7,000 in this short period of time. The takeaway here, again, before taxes and fees, the takeaway here is to find a strategy that you have back tested, meaning a strategy that you've researched, that you can go back with that ticker and look at each time that ticker creates that setup, how has it behaved afterward? That gives you an edge. We know that trading is about probabilities. Nothing is 100%. So you are looking for an edge, a strategy that you can follow, including stop losses and position sizing to make sure for those times where the trade does not work out according to plan that you don't blow up your account. So I hope this video has been helpful to you. I'll see you next Thursday with new SPY trade recaps.